Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Camp. Welcome back to Talking Gotham. This is the show where we talk about Gotham, and I gotta say, this season has really kicked on with the gas, but we'll get into all of that. First up from 3D Movie Cinema is Jacob Collins, representing the court without the mask. That is a bold choice.
You know, I looked for it today when I got home. I have a Scott Snyder Court of Owl mask, and I think it's just put in storage because I'm like, where the fuck? I thought it was right here. And I'm like, it's not here. I'm like, fuck, I was going to wear it tonight. I was going to pull the mask up and just do like this because I have a Scott Snyder mask. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I remember. So at the time this aired in 2017, these back half episodes, and I remember because me and my dad were going to the movies a lot, and so every Thursday night I would come home. The second I got home, after I got home from the movies, I would sit down, push recording, go to the recordings, and find Gotham. And I'm like, I got to find out what's going to happen next because I'm like, I like where it's going, and I'm like, oh my god, he's in the League of Shadows now, and all that stuff. I'm like, I want to see, is Ra's al Ghul gonna appear? I was like, what's gonna happen with Alice Tetch's blood and all that stuff? I'm like, I was just excited because I'm like, it was more interesting than Arrow at the time because Arrow was airing, and I'm like, Arrow, I lost interest. I'm like, it's kind of fucking boring with Arrow. Gotham, I was like, Gotham's actually doing better in the back half than Arrow was. So.
Well, when
was
we
it
get
like
to Arrow
was
talk,
it? I mean, was it Arrow was around the time season 4? Was it around season?
I think it was season 5 because 20.
Oh yeah. Which I look, I started to give up on Arrow. I mean, I watched all the seasons, but the later season kept derailing the quality.
I know at one point you were like, "This is a great show,"
They started off Ra's al Ghul very strong in the first half of season 3, but then they fucking watered him down in the later.
In Arrow, yeah, we're in Arrow. We're saying that, okay? It's not referring to Gotham.
Yeah. No, we're talking about the Arrow show.
When he goes, your name is Al Sahi. My name is Oliver Queen. I'm like,
it's Oliver Queen.
That's a terrible line.
well, when we get to pending name, but we've narrowed it down to Arrow Talk, Quiver Talk, and Tip Talk, we will get into that. But Matt Wyatt, how are you?
Like Tiny Tim, like tiptoe. You know, I'm gonna this little guys for you guys out here. I'm gonna tell you what space docking is. Okay, so my cousin's in prison, and he learned this is something that is called space docking. It's where you have a guy who's uncircumcised who goes and puts his circumcised skin over the other guy's junk, and they call it space docking. There's something you learn every day. You knew it, kids.
It's good to know that your cousin's in prison.
He deserves this. I don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah.
Matt Wyatt, say hello, please. Say hello.
Anyway, hello. But I will say that the episodes were fine, but I don't think it was as good as the other 2 episodes that we covered last week. But I will say that the Light of the Wick, that I kind of like this episode more because we're leaning into Bruce's training, even though he's only trained for like weeks, and they feel like they have a deadline that they have to move forward because the writers demand it. But I still like the second episode of the Light of the Wick a little bit more for different reasons. But yeah,
I do like we're getting the Court of Owls because I remember Ryan was like, when are we getting the Court of Owls? So this is gonna be like Smallville where they're like, all right, fuck, we only got 3 episodes left. Court of Owls. So like instead, it's like no.
It feels like now that it feels like the Riddler has more bigger purpose in this last episodes, and even the Court of Owls as well.
There's a real sense of, and I like where they're going with this back half of the season, where it's like it's the court versus the. I'm just gonna call them the villains. It's like the court versus the villains. Like the court are clearly the bad guys, but the villains like have become like so like it's kind of like we used to think they were the villains. However, another group came along that were even worse. So like you're the heroes by default. So it's an interesting dichotomy, and I do like the dichotomy quite a bit. But
it's
with
like
that,
the enemy of my enemy is it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, kind of situation.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for, yes. But let's get into Season 3, Episode 17, called The Primal Riddle. Matt?
There's turmoil ahead.
So what do you want me to do?
When the time is right, we will call upon you.
Tonight, the Riddler
going to be a busy day.
It's time to get the court's attention.
The court cannot be exposed.
The episode aired on May 8th, 2017. After being tipped off by Barbara about the court, Nigma goes on a mission to solve the riddle of who controls Gotham. He takes interim Mayor James hostage, televising a threat to end his life if he does not learn the identity of the court. Gordon arranges a meeting with Nigma at the GCPD and convinces Nigma to be escorted to the court. In doing this for Catherine, Gordon takes Frank's place in the court. Cobblepot and Ivy recruit Fries and Pike. I don't know why they keep calling him Fries. Fucking A, just sounds so wrong.
It's
Just
free.
call him,
Damn.
just call him free. Just call him Freeze. Even Oswald calls him fucking Fries for crying out loud. Recruits Fries and Pike for the enemy for the army that he plans to use against Nigma. Five struggles to gain Alfred's trust and later learns that he has a terminal illness. After failing to convince Selina to leave Gotham due to the court's plans, she scolds him for his selfishness in comparisons with Bruce's heroism. He pushes her out of the window, which they're copying off of Batman Returns origin story of Catwoman. Her body is later surrounded by cats. Shocker there. Lee suspects that Frank died under suspicious circumstances and vows to take down Gordon. Yeah, I've had issues with that scene with Selina and the clone Bruce because I feel like that kind of felt so forced. Like he was literally warning her that the courts are going to fucking destroy Gotham and wreak havoc, cleansing it, and try to get her out of town. But then she threatens to tell Alfred about his little dirty little secret. Like, I'm not going to let you tell him. What are you going to do? This scene was
look,
so...
a window.
Oh, look, a window.
All I was missing was her following.
Let's have the writers find some way to fucking copy off the fucking origin story of Batman Returns, which that's not how her origins was in the comics, dude. Which that babbles me.
Y'all remember in the Raimi Spider-Man when the dude who kills Uncle Ben like in the car and steals the car, and then he like what about my uncle? Did you give him a chance? And he's just like he just trips over a convenient pipe behind him through the window to his death.
I'm guessing that Sam Raimi watched Batman Returns as well. Let's have a villain fall out the window.
And then Raimi said, years later, that'd make it interesting if we had Sandman be the true killer. Yeah, that's what's going to make people love that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Let's make him a complex villain and let's have their tie-in to Uncle Ben's
That to
killer.
me was the laziest way to make a person tie in.
Yeah, and also it ruined it. And also when I know we're getting off the topic here, but from Spider-Man 3, the way they show you the context of how it really went down, kind of really slapped in the face of the origin story of Peter Parker. But anyway, going back to this one felt so forced with Selina. It just did not make any logical sense. You literally warned her about what's going to happen, and then you are now killing her because she's going to reveal your secret to Alfred. I don't understand the logic in this.
Alfred on me.
You're not going to tell. I won't let you. I won't let you.
Bruno Heller might as well have just walked out on the screen and be like, "She's Catwoman, guys. Do you get it? She's gonna be Catwoman very soon."
Well, it's more like this, more with the British accent. She goes, "She's Catwoman. You see, you guys? She's Catwoman. You get it?
She's Catwoman, you guys. Do you know Blummy, mate? She's Catwoman."
Feline girl. But
I feel like they hired. I feel like they hired him because he was like British, and they're like Christopher Nolan, British. Heller, British. Oh my God, British people know how to make good comic book stuff, and then they're like. Bruno Heller even said, I had never read a Batman comic before in my life, which to be fair, Nolan hadn't either, but he had people like his brother and David S. Goyer. Who
his brother. You said his brother had read Batman comics?
Yes. Jonathan Nolan said,
Jonathan Nolan,
like Christopher. Hey, look, him and Christopher got into a fight one time on the set of The Dark Knight because they were like literally like he didn't want the Joker. It was Batman Begins because he didn't want us to have the Batmobile in the movie. He said that felt like it was too fictional. And so him and his brother like, you have to include the Batmobile. That is the coolest thing. And his brother even said, if you don't include that, then he said, people are going to hate you forever. And so after him and his brother and David Goyer twisted his arm and said, "You have to include the Batmobile."
But also, Nolan was not a big time filmmaker. It was not a big famous at the time before he did Batman Begins. So if it were up to him, if he was that big at that time, if he would have had more say in this, then we probably would not have gotten the Batmobile.
And we wouldn't have got Scarecrow with a mask on because he even said.
But also going from the Dark Knight, we only get a Batmobile in the beginning of the movie for only a short amount of time because now he had a lot more say. It's like, you know what? We're going to get rid of the Batmobile now and just get the Bat Pod, so that way it'd be more convincing.
Which can you imagine? Oh, there's some stuff that that Nolan that won the fight on. Like for instance, his brother wanted him to include that Back in Black, or that I'm talking about the one back in. No, is it back? Not Back in Black. Is it like meow meow? A Rolling Stone song. Meow 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 meow.
Oh, Painted Black.
Painted Back. Yeah, that's what Jonathan Nolan wanted that to be the trailer theme song for Batman Begins. And Nolan said, "No, that's too stupid." No, he said that. He said, "No, that sounds like something you would see in the '90s." No, he wanted to have
it would have been like a typical early 2000s when they put superhero soundtrack songs.
Remember Spider-Man the 2002 recalled Twin Tower teaser? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when they had that techno song in there, and it reminds you of the Matrix, where it's like, boom, 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 I want to take you roller coaster. I'm like, that is so 2000s. That is so 2000s.
What's even more.
But they found, Warner Brothers found a loophole when they played the Nickelback song someday in that promo of Batman Begins. You can find that on YouTube. They did. They put the Nickelback.
That ABC Family promo is so weird. I love it. It's like, I just think it's kind of neat.
It took me back in time in the early 2000s.
What were you gonna say, Ryan? About what you want to know? What's even more 2000s?
The Spider-Man promo where it's like "Hero" by Nickelback. The hero is out of like that promo.
That was a great exception that you can never fucking replace.
Yes,
I mean seriously, they've tried. They've tried so hard. They've tried.
Oh yeah.
And now Nickelback is cool. So.
Remember in like 2008, even when Rockstar.
I think it was like late 2000s when they started to hate Nickelback for whatever the reason.
Ryan Reynolds saved Nickelback because he was like, you know what? He said he literally was like on Deadpool 2 going, Nickelback fucking rocks. Okay, they're Canadian and they've had so many awards.
Which was that in the Super
Upon a Time in the Deadpool?
Yeah, Well, that was the one movie that no one watched. No one watched that Christmas special.
Well, Nickelback is cool. Creed is come back.
Really, is Creed really come back? I mean, is it really?
Can they though?
Have they? I mean, I can remember the last. What was the last number one Creed song? And
My Sacrifice, My Last Breath.
What year was that? Who was the president of the United States? Was it Obama or was it George W. Bush? Because I know for a fact it wasn't Trump or freaking Biden.
No.
It had to be Obama or George W. Bush. There's no way. Or Clinton
Until Brad Arnold, rest in peace, passed away recently, they did Three Doors Down, Creed, and one other band as the summer of '99, and I wish I could have seen them.
Speaking of Three Doors Down, we lost our lead singer recently that passed away.
And I literally, because I'm from Mississippi.
And also, it pissed me off that nobody's talking about it. No one was talking about that news that got broke. No one.
Because a lot of people don't like it because of their political affiliate of beliefs. Like, they're like a really right wing band. Even though I'm like, they're not really. That's what people are like.
Are they though? They're not really at all. Well, I don't.
They performed at Trump's first inauguration, and then they got pigeonholed. I'm like, that's not fair. It's like you listen to Here Without You, and you don't cry. You don't have a heart. And
Kryptonite is still the best song they've ever made.
That says, like, if you don't cry at that, then that says more about you.
If I go crazy, then will you still cry?
I mean, I didn't even know they did perform at that Trump inauguration. I had no idea about that.
And guess what? Everybody in Mississippi was very proud of them because they said this is the first band from Mississippi to perform at an inauguration for a president. You know what? Guess what? Here's the thing. I don't care what your political is. Getting it in somewhere to perform at an inauguration period is an honor, So I mean,
yeah.
Which, by the way, oh fuck, what was it? What was it? Oh fuck, I could be wrong. I think I could be wrong because I think Elvis was from Mississippi, so I think
Elvis he was from Tennessee.
Yeah, he was not from Mississippi.
Oh, he
was
lived
from
in
Tennessee.
Mississippi. Yes, I got that wrong.
He might have lived in Mississippi, but he was never
Tupelo.
from Mississippi.
He lived in Tupelo.
He was born in the Memphis area, but hit Graceland is in Tupelo. Or no, wait.
Yeah.
He lived in Tupelo. Graceland is in Memphis. I have my Elvis lore totally cool.
You know what? My mom's friend is obsessed with Elvis. She has an Elvis mural in her house, and I'm just like, I don't like Elvis that much. I mean,
I used to one time took a road trip on the way from Florida when we were taking a vacation, and we stopped by Tennessee, and we stopped in Graceland to take a tour around Elvis's like the whole land, Graceland, and I remember going there.
Remember in Zombieland 2 when they go to Graceland? That's where that was. They're like, we're gonna hide up.
I don't want to see it.
I don't see it.
And just that was the funniest shit ever. It's like, yeah, no one's gonna look for you in Graceland. I was like,
we need to circle back at some point. So
we're getting a little off track.
But didn't the opening for Gotham feel like Batman Sub-Zero, the opening where Mr. Freeze?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did.
I feel like some of the writers knew their lore, and they're like Batman Sub-Zero.
I don't understand what Ivy's angle for her recruiting now in an army. She's just a street rat kid, and now she wants to raise an army to take on Gotham.
He sees like Penguin sees something in her, like she has kind of that like uncle.
No, I know, understand what Oswald is trying to do, but I just don't understand what Ivy's trying to do.
I think she doesn't have a father figure, and I think Penguin is being that father figure to her.
Yeah, because we often forget that she's still like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, even though it's a grown ass woman.
In a grown ass woman's body, it's like female. It's like the Tom Hanks female of Big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, but Fries works out with no shirt on, and he's looking real jacked, baby. Like he went from like it.
They should have shaved his head.
He looks totally.
Shave your head, and that way you look more accurate.
Every time I hear Fries, every time I hear Fries, though, I'm like crinkle cut. Waffle, julienne.
Hey, I need a large fries. All right, nothing salty.
I just wish they'd call him Victor. Just call him Victor at that point,
or just call him Freeze. Just Mr. fucking call him Freeze at this point. Like, don't fucking call him Fries. I can't take that name seriously. Who in the fuck in the writers came up with that name? I thought it would be
my guess.
Very serious.
They're probably were going to make him Proto Freeze, and then they realized, we should make him Mr. Freeze.
But then. Yeah. This episode has Ed losing his mind fully and recreating the Anthony Michael Hall scene from The Dark Knight. Like this is Mike Engel or Gotham Tonight. Like less shaky cam, of course, but it's kind of the same vibe.
I love how
did you know that the mayor was chowing down some donuts, and
he's
like,
in the Dark Knight.
I got two bodyguards. I'm all safe. And another Dark Knight scene, a little bit of a throwback when the fucking the commissioner was drinking his scotch that's full of acid.
Aubrey James has got to be the dumbest man ever. Is like, some lovely people of Gotham donated these. I'm like, where do you live?
Really, dude?
Where do you?
Hello, you do realize that you're the target. You're aware that you're the target, and you just let some people walk up the street and give you gifts when they could potentially like fucking corrupt your shit.
Some lovely citizen left you. I'm like. Well, that right there should be a red flag. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if I saw all those.
That just shows you how stupid he is.
For all I know, it could have been a bomb.
I do love how Ed had like the question marks on all the pills. I wonder how long that took him. Be like, this is gonna really get him this time.
Wasn't he really like? Wasn't he already taking his medication and then he did not notice there's a fucking question mark in those pills?
Like, I'm going to put question marks on the pills, but on every other pill. Ooh, that's
I don't know about his routine. I don't even know his fucking routine to take his medication.
Which, I always thought about in The Dark Knight, how the Joker, I'm like, how did he go and get through all the deck of playing cards? He must have bought like 1,000 deck of playing cards just to get Joker cards. Like, this is going to be so good when I brought the judge's card.
Yeah, my calling card. I want to buy 1,000 cards.
I was like, where do we find the Joker? I don't know. Someone just bought $1,000 worth of playing cards, and they're just taking the Joker out there. And he's just like, Joker.
And
And it's
Every
just like,
dollar store and magic shop within a 5-mile radius is just fresh out of playing cards for no reason.
That might have been taking them fucking months to get every Joker card from every thrift stores.
he's just like, he just literally just sitting there at night where she's sleeping, goes, "Oh, this is gonna be so good."
I can't wait to get my card.
Wait, just wait.
I'll
It's
get
gonna
just
blow
wait.
up and there's gonna be Joker cards everywhere.
Blow it up.
My plan is plan is perfect, even though I don't have one technically. But
That's- I'm like, you really went to a magic shop and a dollar store and bought thousands of dollars worth of cards, worth of playing cards. Okay,
You
Yeah,
either
you
went out of your way to rob fucking thrift stores in
Give
the
me all your
market.
playing cards now. Okay,
But then-
here's 5 decks. Bam. All right, let's go to another store.
But then Riddler just interrupting speeches and now plays like they're just doing Hamlet in peace, and then he shows up and he's like, "All the world's a stage, and you all are dead." They're just like,
I got one question that bugged me. How did he manage to get all those question marks on those fucking pills? It must have taken him a long
We
time.
literally just talked about that where he was just like,
I know. I forgot about that. I was like, no. It took him a long ass time. Just like having Joker giving out his calling card to his victims, to his next target.
Yes, like I'm still wondering how did the
I
Riddler?
wonder-
I'm still fucking wondering.
Hey, you know
I
what?
wonder
This
if
week on
people
Unsolved
confirm.
Mysteries, how did the Riddler get into Mayor James's office, get his pills, and be able to write question marks without him noticing? This week on Unsolved Mysteries,
The next episode of Unsolved Mystery. How did this Riddler get all the
that's
question
the
mark
first
on his
one this year we
medication?
used for this. That's the first one we've used. The first Unsolved
wonder-
Mysteries.
We gotta do this. Would be hilarious if we actually did an unsolved mystery for fictional characters. How did this person do this?
We used that for Smallville.
Robert-
Like, how did Lex do this? This week on
Robert
Unsolved Mysteries.
Stack comes out in the overcoat. But then I wonder how many people like saw these Riddler boxes and got trauma because of Arkham. One of the Arkham games, I think it's City.
Arkham City,
Like-
all them Riddler trophies. Yeah, Arkham City had
Yeah.
all the Riddler trophies.
Like Riddler boxes, like just Vietnam flashbacks.
And it was literally, this is what I had an issue with. I put this in my notes. All right, so basically, why would Riddler go through all that trouble having a riddle box just to put a piece of paper in it? Wouldn't it have been easier to put an envelope?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
For
point.
dramatic effect, I guess.
Also, I thought this is something I also thought was kind of stupid.
Or put a doll on it and put an envelope to make it more dramatic or something.
Also, I like that Riddler has a bomb attached to the mayor's neck on broadcasting. I thought that was pretty cool. And
Dude, you know what that reminded me? It feels like Matt Reeves watched that episode of Gotham and put the corruption politician to the neck on the bomb and is strapped on his chest.
I did not catch that at first, and I was like, "Yeah, that makes total sense." Like the guy walks out of the car.
I feel like Matt Reeves watched the episodes of Gotham. I feel like you've seen the show Gotham. I feel like, hold my beer. I can do better.
The phone
The
taped to his hands.
It's like,
and
hey,
all that.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, and he's gonna get blown to hell.
Yes.
I really like that the Riddler showing up and killing 2 of the cast members of the play. I thought that was really well done. I also like that. I like how Jim meeting the court for the first time. I thought that was really well done. And
Yeah.
I love that the Riddler's having riddle box. I thought that was so great when he has his own like riddle box. I really enjoyed that, even though I'm like, it made no sense why he would stick a little piece of paper in that.
I feel like in this episode now that there's more double crossing with Barbara and Tabitha.
Yeah.
Barbara has the spine of one of those wacky waving arm flailing tube men you see at like car dealerships.
I do like the court wanting Jim to get Riddler and bring him to the court. I thought that was really well done. Even though he makes a phone call while they're live, so I'm like, everyone knows now there's a court exists because like he's literally, you can hear him in the background of the phone on the camera. They're like live, and I'm just like, they can hear your conversation, can't they? So I was like, there's no way, like, okay, so now everyone in Gotham knows there's a secret court.
I find this very funny that Firefly is working at the steel mill factory.
And then she takes he says, we can kill your boss for you. And she goes, I got a better idea. And because I quit.
She throws that fucking steel multi lava on his fucking face. I was like, God damn, bro.
Just straight up T2'd him.
And it seems like that Bruce's clone is now terminally ill because of all the nosebleeds, so he's pretty much dying.
I liked that quite a bit. I think Clone Bruce is an interesting idea.
No, I mean he's doing coke. He's doing coke. Okay, that's why his nose is bleeding so much.
Hey, your nose is bleeding. Oh no, it's just cocaine. It's the 80s.
Oh no, it's the 90s. Like, hey, it's just cocaine. It's the 90s.
Like the Stranger Things sketch. Mike, your nose is bleeding. Are you superpowers? No, it's just cocaine. It's the 80s.
Oh no, it's just cocaine. It's the 90s.
90s, yes.
Miami Snowman.
Oh, fucking Scarface, really? Scarface.
Well, I just watched City Hall for the channel, and it's got me in a Pacino mood, I guess.
I really say I do like that Riddler kidnapping the mayor at the hospital, where he blows up he tells Tabitha, I need a bomb so I can blow up a biker bar across the street from the hospital. And then he blows the bomb, and all the bikers come in there, and all of a sudden, like Riddler just dressed like a cop and goes, and then he grabs the mayor. I'm like, how did the Riddler get out of the hospital with the mayor? Even I know it's chaos, but you would just see the Riddler dragging the mayor.
He just
They're too dude. The nurses and doctors are preoccupied at the moment because there's a lot of blow up. He's using it as a diversion.
Like,
they're not going to pay attention.
Have you all seen The Pit? Doctors and nurses are busy.
Oh yeah, if you've seen The Pit, it's very accurate.
Everybody keeps telling me I need to watch.
Oh, you have to watch it. I still haven't got on to season 2 yet, but they only had like 4 or 5 episodes
I told you
right
guys
now.
what I'm doing. I'm doing an MCU rewatch, and like, all right, now I just finished Eternals and Shang-Chi. Now I'm on No Way Home.
Okay, very good.
And yeah, which I'm debating if I'm going to do the MCU plus Disney Plus shows. I've seen them once, and half of them.
It's one of those shows that you can skip. You can just skip.
I mean, you kind of need to watch Falcon.
I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier. You kind of only need WandaVision, obviously. Then you kind of have to watch Loki.
You don't need
season 1 and 2.
She-Hulk. You don't need Moon Knight. You don't need. No. You kind of need Miss Marvel, but not really.
Yeah. Because Miss Marvel, when you watch the Marvels, it's literally a season 2.
You don't need Secret Invasion. You don't need
Secret Invasion. Skip that fucking shit completely.
Yeah, I don't understand why people hate that show. That show, I liked it. I thought it was.
I fucking hated Secret Invasion.
I hated it.
I hate that show for 2 reasons. They killed off Maria Hill for no reason, and the ending with the one girl with the Hulk Hogan 24-inch.
Yeah, Emilia Clarke, who's a daughter of the Skrull, is something that's got fucking more powers than anything. And apparently, Drax is a superpower. If like a 12-year-old had written this and saying, "Hey, let's have her multiple powers," makes no logical sense, and it makes the MCU even more pointless.
Yeah, I do like the court taking the Riddler, and I like that Jim becoming a new member. I love when he puts on that mask at the end. I'm like, that right there was a great moment when he puts on the mask. And I
completely agree.
And then of course I do like the clone pushing Selene out the window.
I hated it. I hated that scene. That scene was so cringe. It was forced shit that I've seen in that show.
I thought it was fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a callback from Batman Returns. Of course,
I love Batman Returns. You son of a bitch.
Your love of early 90s cinema is clouding your judgment.
Well, there's a lot of things that cloud my judgment. But you know what? But Batman Returns will never cloud my judgment. That's cinema. Like Martin Scorsese would say, absolute. So.
Oh, I don't disagree. I'm just saying.
I will say this though, I didn't feel like it was useless as say Arrow when they try to rip shit off Batman Begins and Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, because it's nothing. Yeah, because it's not Batman related.
Mm-hmm.
Which Arrow that deserts me because it's like, oh my god, like they tried to do Dark Knight Rises in season 3, and I'm like, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Which I will say, there's things I disliked about this show. I thought Clone Bruce talking about Selena and Bruce's relationship was just bullshit. Lee acting like such a bitch. Like she's literally like, why don't you tell me anything? And I'm like, I'm not fucking you. You're not my lady. Why the fuck are you?
I don't need it. Hey, it's like the quote from Steve Carell. It's a quote from Steve Carell from 40-Year-Old Virgin. I don't have to answer you. You ain't my bitch. No, I'm saying.
Lee, my sister in Christ, you've expressly told this man to stay away from you. Now you're complaining because like he won't let you in. Which is it?
I swear to God, I think she may be bipolar. No disrespect to anyone who is suffering through bipolar, but for fuck's sake, she's fucking flip-flopping every decision she makes, and she's literally blaming him for no fucking apparent reason.
I understand.
Give her a couple more episodes. She's going to turn into Sybil.
I understand she's hurting and grieving, but goddamn, don't be stupid.
I understand Tabitha's protecting Barbara, but why at least tell them how to kill? How to kill the Riddler's traps or do whatever. I say you can kill the Riddler or do whatever you want, but Barbara, she doesn't get hurt. That's what she should have said the first time. And then they wait till the last minute, until like the last minute where it says like where Tabitha basically tells them how to deliver the bomb. I thought was stupid. She changed her mind after like the last minute, which I thought was bullshit. If May or James, if May or James doesn't know about the Court of Owls, wouldn't Penguin know if May or James knows about the court? So wouldn't Oswald know about the court?
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't know.
point.
I mean, he only became a mayor for only a short amount of time, so I don't think he had that much information.
Also, Lee is so annoying this season.
Because he literally stepped in and took his spot as the mayor of Gotham and he was only been in mayor for like months. I don't think the Court of Owls really quite trusted him.
Also, Lee is so annoying this season. She literally just like, I'm gonna get you, Jim. I'm gonna get you, Jim.
I'm gonna get you. I want to press charges. Oh, fucking A. Shut the fuck up.
Medical examiner again. And then next episode, she just gets even worse, but we'll get to that. But
Tabitha hating Riddler so much that she called Jim before Riddler got there and told him how to detonate the bomb by blocking the signal. That was funny.
To block the signal. Since you brought it up, that was another callback. Dark Knight Rises when Gordon blocked the signal from the nuke getting detonated.
Yeah, but literally didn't have a nuclear bomb though. Okay.
He was near a nuclear bomb, and fucking Talia had the fucking detonator.
Let's not relitigate Dark Knight Rises. Let's not go down there. We'll be here all night.
Clone and Selena's BS. I thought that was bullshit. I do like that Selena confronting Clone when he says you can't tell anyone. Then she says why and then she says you can't tell anyone. But I'm like, why the hell would you tell? Why the hell did you tell him if she can't tell anyone? You know, if you don't want to
why would you want to tell her if you're not going to let her tell anyone? I never understood the logic in this.
Also, Penguin.
I'm not going to let you tell Alfred.
I love Barbara just knocking out the waiter. You know, when they show up, she just knocks out that waiter. She just goes, because she's mad because, like, you know, like when Riddler gets taken, she's like, the waiter's like, martini, sorry. She goes, she pushes him down. I love that so much when she does that. Whenever he's like, when the waiter's like, can I get you something to drink? And she goes, and she goes, where's Riddler? He goes, we were supposed to meet the secret organization together. I thought that was funny when she just knocks the guy down. You know, I do like Penguin. I hated Penguin saying it's good to be back home, and Ivy saying, for the record, I've been away to Wayne Manor, and it's much cleaner and nicer. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure they're ripping off Batman Returns with Selena's resurrection.
Yes, we talked about.
But yeah, that's all my stuff I had for that.
But anyway, let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
I'll give it a 6.5.
Mal, you're such an asshole.
I'll go a little higher and say 7.5. I did like this. It's getting back to a level where I'm like, okay, this is like, I'm there. Problems, sure, but I'm still intrigued by everything. But let's continue on with the other half of this. Let's get into season 3, episode 18, called "Light the Wick." And no, Keanu Reeves could not be reached for comment. Matt,
I was like, "Light the Wick."
If only he did. If he showed up, all bets are all off. Taking on the cords.
It's like literally, he's just like this.
Nail down literally everything, because everything can and will be used to kill you. Like, and even then, it's like it's not a guarantee.
Speaking of John Wick, they officially announced they're going to do the game.
I'm curious to see how it is.
That looks really good. I'm not going to lie.
Let's just hope he's falling down a flight of stairs for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, hot rod style. Yeah, but that was like a hot rod style.
Stupidest thing ever I saw.
I love that. I think it was fucking hilarious. Because I looked around with my brother in the theater. We were like, are they really ripping off from fucking Hot Rod when he was falling down the endless hill?
Stupidest thing ever. I do like whenever they got to shoot. Whenever he goes, and then Bill Skarsgård's like when he gets shot. Finally, he goes. And he says, I want to give me a gun. And he goes, and he's like, you stupid idiot. He hasn't shot yet. He's like, pow.
Consequences.
Consequences. Oh.
I thought that was great. That was a great scene.
That's awesome. But anyway.
I'm tired of being kept in the dark.
You said I was to become the protector of Gotham. Why?
Bruce, I'm offering you the power you never thought possible. This isn't a social call. I want a seat at the table. I want to know what's going on.
Nothing will be able to stop you.
On to this episode, Light the Wig. The episode aired on May 15th, 2017. Ivy visits Selena in the hospital and uses her plants to heal her injuries. Upon waking, she decides to kill Five. Lee rules Frank's death a homicide in an attempt to have Gordon questioned, but when she suspects Bullock and Lucius are helping Gordon invade justice, she resigns from the GCPD, which she's fucking stupid. Anyway, the court kidnaps Barnes and forces Strange, whom they abducted after he cured Fish, to harness the detect virus from Barnes' blood. With Strange's assistant, Gordon learns the court intends to release the virus into Gotham and discreetly works with Cobblepot to prevent a group of socialites, whatever the hell. Ugh, God damn, I can't even pronounce it right.
Socialites.
Yeah. Socialites from being exposed. Bruce manages to overcome his rage during his training in the Shaman deems him ready to return to Gotham and embrace his power, but all is revealed to be the court's scheme. Cobblepot is imprisoned in the court's headquarters with Nigma after deducing Gordon's betrayal. Catherine orders Barnes to kill him. Shocker there. We already know that she was going to use Barnes at some point, using his blood to unleash a hell of a
Guilty.
Gotham.
Guilty.
Okay, Judge from the Kryptonians from Krypton, ripping off that line from Superman.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Barnes
I still
is
laugh when
going
Matt Hatter goes, really? He goes, my cellmate, Barnes, just yells guilty 24/7. I have to listen to Kevin Barnes go guilty for 24/7. Guilty. I imagine
Barnes
I imagine Jerome's going like, oh my God, every single day I have to hear him go guilty.
Say
wonder
that
the
5
joke-
Say that 10 times fast.
Guilty.
No wonder the Joker went crazy. He was sitting next to Barnes, who was just yelling "guilty" 24 hours a day.
It's
But,
like,
but
fuck.
Barnes is going full on Hannibal Lecter in this episode. Like even at the last frame, he's got the suit, the mask, like everything like down. Like all he needs to talk about is how much he likes liver, fava beans, and Chianti, and go.
I will say this though. I do like Captain Barnes getting transported and then breaking free, snapping a guard's neck, and then Talon shows up and kills the rest of the guards and takes him. I thought that was pretty good. And the court using him by fixing him up where he just won't stop saying guilty. Instead, they fix him up to where like he actually is coherent, not just going guilty, guilty. Instead, they'll actually fix him up to where he.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention Hugo Strange returned in this episode,
Yeah.
helping out the leader of the courts.
This will sting a little.
Protocol
I'm taking
fit.
against my will, Gordon.
I do like Jim sneaking around the court and a member catching him. I thought that was really well done.
Oh yeah, because
And
he's trying to be the mole.
And Ivy using her pheromones to find out about Selena's condition, and then her getting her plants, and then trying to fix Selena up.
Didn't her plants heal her injury?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what brought her back.
I also like the court using Alice Tetch's blood to make a virus to use on the city. I thought that was pretty well done.
I was wondering if that was going to come back, and oh boy, did it ever come back.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to do
That's their
something.
end game. Their end game is basically the plot. That's what I put in negative too. Like, so their end game is basically the plot of Batman Begins.
I was literally going to say that they were literally ripping off the plot of Batman Begins.
They're going instead of Scarecrow's fear toxin. They're going to use the Irish blood to make everybody go mad.
Like 28 days later style.
It's like rage virus. They're like, ah!
Just a rage virus.
Only with less penises.
But Bruce's training is in this episode, and to Matt's point, when we were talking offline, it's really great stuff. And just my favorite part of this episode is not the flashback, but like the vision that he has with the shaman. Is like you see him at the wake, and it's like I wanted to give him these cufflinks, but I never could. And it's like it kind of reminded me of a little of Inception, where like the totem, like the little spin top represents Cobb's like inability to let go. I feel like that is, I don't know, I could be talking completely out of my ass on this one, but that's the connection that I made. I love that vision though. I thought it was great.
I do like that he's training him. I do like that he's training, like he's fighting with one of the League of Shadow members, where he's like, yeah, and he's like this,
because he's trying to get to channel in control of his anger, because if he lets his rage go out, it will destroy him, which is kind of another callback to Batman Begins. We already know that they're kind of ripping off Batman Begins, but I did like how he was able to learn how to control his anger and be more focused and used it as a weapon. You know what I mean? I thought that scene was really good. My only big gripe is now when he's now defeated his opponent, and now he's allowed to leave, but it's part of this whole scheme that the Court of Owls is doing. But it feels like that they kind of rushed out the training montage very soon. I feel like that because he's only been in that place for only weeks, and he only had a short amount of time of training.
I mean, I'm not trying to spoil, but there's more that we're gonna see. He's not entirely done training. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping they would do, is that they're still going to continue on. Because I hope it's not one of those I hope it's not one of those shows kind of like Arrow, where a lot of the supporting characters are now getting martial arts training and they've only been training for months, and suddenly they're a big badass. When Oliver had years of experience and they only had months, and suddenly they were able to fucking be on the same league.
He was even Spetsnaz. Like, he was even part of the Russian mob. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I always hate when network shows kind of rush the process because they wanted to speed the whole thing up and get them to be the characters that we know, which I think it's ridiculous to me.
I mean, Smallville, it took them 10 years to get Superman. They need to do 10 years worth of Batman.
Yeah, 10 years for Smallville, from Clark to Superman, from Lex Luthor to the evil Lex.
5 years for Batman, because fuck Smallville. Like, 5 years, I can do that shit easy. I can become Batman in 5 years.
Bruce can have a long drawn out thing with Selena, and then he can have a long drawn out thing with Vicky.
And then on top of that, your best friend could be Joker, and then it's like y'all become best friends, and then become enemies, and everything. And then of course, like, he kills his dad by pushing him through a window, and then disappears in the Arctic, and then he just goes missing. You're just like,
he was committed to that character multiple times in the commentary, in the DVD commentary. He was very committed to that one.
I wonder in that fictional world if he ever faced any backlash. And like, I know Tropic Thunder's a work of fiction, so I get that, but it's like, I wonder if he had to like explain himself and then like loses everything, but then he comes back.
To be fair, it was a meta Hollywood commentary.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying,
No, I agree with you that I'm surprised they never addressed that, but I think it's because it was one of those times in the late 2000s where blackface was exceptional for comedic purposes. But as of today, it would have got a major backlash if it happened today.
And I'm going to run this by it, I think everyone in Hollywood saw Downey Jr. be like that, and is like, it's probably the drugs.
Maybe.
There's a joke that still makes me laugh in 21 Jump Street whenever the mom goes. He goes, he said, "You don't think I know how to do drugs? I partied with Robert Downey Jr. back when he was."
You don't think I know about dick and balls? I know about dick and balls. I partied with Robert Downey Jr. when he was not sober and he was fucked up and it was a lot of fun.
I always wondered if he saw the movie and was like, "Well, fuck you guys." Like,
fuck you assholes. I'm not working with you. I'm not working with you assholes.
Did he ever work with Channing Tatum or Jonah Hill after that? I wonder.
Or in the movie Basketball, the doctor was fucking doing an operation on that sick illness kid after he partied very hard with Trey Parker and Matt Stone in the bar. It's like, oh, he's 8 years old and he smells like Robert Downey Jr.
Did you
Can't say that anymore. Like, this man's Iron Man and won an Oscar. Talk about full circle.
And now he's Dr. Doom.
People said that the only reason why he won the Oscar, the only reason why he wanted to do something like Oppenheimer was because he wanted to prove people that he can actually prove that he is a great actor.
Yeah.
And so they said that he actually really would love to make movies like Iron Man.
He was always great. It's just most of the roles that he kept playing was some of the poor choices and some of them that nobody saw. Because when after Iron Man, when they see the Robert Downey Jr., they think of him as Iron Man. It's typecast.
That's why the only reason why he did Oppenheimer is because he wanted to prove himself.
And I think that's what's happening with Tom Holland in the Odyssey movie. That's pretty much happening the same situation when you see Tom Holland being outside of movies, outside of Spider-Man, and no one sees his movies. Even some of his movies are not all that good. But when they think of him as Spider-Man. But now I think Oppenheimer might change that. Maybe. Maybe not by much. I don't know for sure.
Well, his bank account's having a nice day being in the Odyssey and Spider-Man. Oh boy.
It's going to be. And also, both of those movies are going to be out in the same month of July. That's crazy. Even the cast members like Zendaya and John Berthal, that they're all going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the Odyssey?
Yeah.
You said Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm like,
No, because no, I mean talk about the cast members from the Odyssey
Yeah.
are going to be in Brand New Day.
Which
Yes.
I'm sure Downey Jr. was offered the role of of one of the gods in Odyssey, but he turned it down to do Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Well, yeah, that it makes sense because his schedule was going to be busy for 2 movies, so he couldn't be able to do it.
I bet you he's like, man, I bet you if the movie comes out,
If only if he had that chance, he could have.
yeah.
I'm sure Kevin Feige was like, okay, back up the Brinks truck. Beep,
Get those $1 billion
beep,
out
beep.
now. And then
Give him all the money he needs. We need to keep him with us.
Kevin Feige's like, I will use a sniper that I was going to use to kill what's his name.
Use a laser pointer to point at him in case he fucking takes that decision with Nolan again.
Yeah, tell him. He says, I will kill Ian McKellen. Already,
He destroyed New Jersey. How dare you spoil that for us, Ian?
he's like,
Anyway,
this is the
circling back. I like the stuff with the socialites. I liked how Gordon saved like the little girl, and like Oz and Firefly saved him, so he saved the girl and everyone else.
Hugo Strange playing.
I was a little worried that Gordon was trying to beat that martial arts, the henchman core. It's like there's no way you're gonna be able to take him on.
Yeah,
you've seen him dodge many bullets. You've seen him kill everyone like a fly. There's no way. No,
yeah,
I don't care if you're a fucking trained Marine, but this is a guy who would fucking make you look a fucking minimal age mall cop.
Mm-hmm.
I do like though that whenever like Firefly just fires him, has him on fire, and he goes, what about the court? He goes, you just set one of her men on fire. They will definitely be in touch with you. They will definitely be in touch with you.
I feel like that happened so quickly in that scene, and it's so abruptly. Like, okay, where the fuck did you come from?
I mean, that's one of my issues. I'm like, there's no way in 15 minutes Oswald could have got Firefly and got there within 15 minutes.
And I thought that was very funny that now that Oswald and Enigma are reunited in the cage again, and fucking Oswald is now itching to get his head.
It just feels like a Three Stooges sketch, kind of where it's like, you're in prison, I'm in prison.
It does feel this fucking Three Stooges.
And it's like, why wouldn't you just kill them both? I mean, like literally, that like I understand because they're important characters, but still,
I know,
no
but
sense that they'd keep them alive.
Hey, let's keep them alive for something useful because they're smart. Well, Riddler is much smarter than him.
I do like the shaman training Hugo Strange playing both sides, saying, "Hey, whoever wins on top, I'll win too."
He's an opportunist.
Yeah. I also do like the shaman training Bruce to never give up, and I like the shaman calling Catherine, the head of the court, telling her that everything better be in place when I get there, when I arrive. You know, like I thought that was really well done because I mean he just calls her like she was like, well, you could tell this is the first person she actually when she took the phone call she was nervous. Like, oh my god, it's him. Like he says everything better be in place. Like,
oh yeah, god damn it! I keep doing that fucking Kool-Aid thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like he said whenever he and him and another person are coming to Gotham, and he says when we get there, everything better be in place.
Yep.
And so, which I thought that was really well done.
Now the leader of the court is now trying to get Barnes to kill Gordon. Now he betrayed the courts.
Yeah, I like Talon.
I was like, are you really that surprised that Gordon betrayed you?
Yeah, I like Talon knocking out Firefly and kidnapping Penguin. And I like Riddler and Penguin being cellmates together, and then Catherine telling Barnes to kill Jim Gordon. I thought that was pretty well done.
He's your bunk buddy now.
I laughed at the part where Ed like smacks Penguin in the head. It's like I just had to check if you were real. Like I laughed at that quite a bit.
I like Barnes just at this point Jim's bullet should just Jim should just bite the bullet and tell Lee because she's being an annoying asshole.
Yeah, like just fucking tell her. I don't understand. He doesn't tell her for no fucking reason. What's really going on, not including her in the situation.
You can only kick the can down the road so much, Jim. Like, come on.
I find it very annoying. It's like, hey, you asked me if it was easy to walk away and move on. Well, you're doing it now. Just fucking say something. Fucking hey.
Also, why isn't Catherine, the head of the court, angry that Jim knows where her place and just shows randomly up in her house?
Yeah, that was another point. I completely forgot about that until now. Just
He
breaks
shows up
into
in her house and it's like, oh, Oswald Cobblepot. And I'm just like,
like, I'm ambitious. I want to join. Like, still, it was like the Brinks, like the police will be speaking. Oh wait, you are the police. Oh, like, oh crap.
I was like, Jim is an idiot for making that phone call right out of her house. At least wait until you're down the road before you make that phone call. Because, I mean, you don't think she can walk out and hear you?
Down the block, at least.
I'm sorry, but shouldn't Jim and Bullock call for backup when they were literally at Strange's at the location where, at Strange's warehouse? Also,
Yeah.
this is, there's no way Penguin would have enough time, of course, to get down there in 15 minutes.
No.
Lee's just going around telling everybody Jim's a killer. That's all she's doing. It's like, Jim's a killer. Hey,
It's like, hey,
Fox,
I want to press charges. Did you do that the first time? And then speaking of criminal activity, you ordered a hit on him. Remember that one?
Why would Oswald even try to reach for Ed? He's not in the same cell as you. He's not going to be standing there. He just goes like, Oswald's like, I'm just like,
it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You think you're going to reach him?
He's trying to give him a reach around.
I bet he was.
Anyway, let's go to scores, Collins.
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Matt?
I'll give it a 7.5.
I'm going to side with Matt and go 7.5. I like the...
You fucking dirty cunt. Fuck you.
Fuck you, dirty cunt.
Please.
No. It's an inside joke that we talk off camera.
Yeah, it's the things that go on in the group chat. But what did you all think of these 2 episodes? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to read what you have to say. It is a privilege to do this with these guys every week, and say thank you in advance to you all for checking out the Happy Gilmore watch party, because it has not happened yet as of now, but it will have happened when this drops. So thank you all so much for joining for that. Collins, where can the people find you?
They can find me at 3D Movie Cinema, where I will literally, by the time this airs, I am doing a road to Scream 7. So by the time this airs, my review for Scream 1 will have dropped. So yeah,
Okay.
That's what I'll be doing. And that's about it.
Okay, Matt, what about you?
Well, I put up my review for the new movie Send Help, the Sam Raimi movie, so definitely check that out, and also check out my review for Begonia. And I'm thinking about reviewing a show that came on Apple TV about a year ago called The Studio, which I love the show, but I wanted to review it, so I might do it. We'll see what happens. And I'm also really pissed off with YouTube for blocking the video that I try to do a trailer reaction to Spider Noir. I was very pissed off about it. But anyway, I'm excited to do the Happy Gilmore watch party as we're recording, so I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Yeah, unblock Matt's video, YouTube. Stop being like that. But as far as this channel goes, 96 project ongoing. Have a couple more videos lined up. Some things coming up summer and then later on in the year, so stay tuned for that. But for Collins, for Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Camp. Stay off the streets of Gotham. They are not safe. We'll see you all in the next one. Y'all take care.